Hello learners, I am Dr. Renu Dhupar, Assistant Director at the Mooc Institute of Environmental Sciences. Today, I will be guiding you through this Mooc course on disaster risk reduction and management. What is disaster risk reduction and management? Disasters, whether natural or human induced, pose a serious threat to communities, economies and ecosystem. Climate change, urbanization and environmental degradation increases this risk, and there is a growing need for proactive disaster management strategies. This course addresses the critical need for disaster risk reduction by equipping the learners with knowledge of risk assessment mitigation, preparedness, response, recovery and real-world case studies to develop the effective disaster management skills. Now, course objective. This course is equipped with the learners with essential knowledge and skills in disaster risk reduction. It focuses on identifying hazards, vulnerability, risk and resilience. Students will understand the phases of disaster management, its preparedness, mitigation, response and recovery and their importance in minimizing the disaster impacts. The course integrates the advanced risk assessment tools like GIS, remote sensing, AI-driven analytics and predictive modeling to analyze the disaster-prone areas and develop the mitigation strategies, early warning system and response planning. Real-world case studies will enhance the practical learning and preparing the students for diverse roles in disaster management, emergency response and recovery efforts. Now, course description. The course is of 4 credit and 15 weeks designed for undergraduate science students and disaster professionals. It covers 40 modules across 8 clusters and it provides a very comprehensive understanding of disaster risk mitigation strategies and resilience building. The key clusters include: first is Introduction and Basic Principles of Disaster Risk Reduction, second is Technologies in Disaster Risk Reduction, and third is Social and Political Aspects, fourth is Health and Related Issues, fifth is Local and Global Impacts of Disaster, sixth is Disaster Management and Disaster Risk Reduction Structure, seventh is Role of Communication and Media, and last, eighth one is Future Careers in Disaster Management. Learners engage in case studies, risk modeling and policy evaluation and hands-on disaster management through this course. The grading scheme of this course is 70:30, where 70% is for the final examination and 30% assessment is based on assignments, activities and MCQ quizzes. A minimum of 40% is required in both internal and proctored exams to pass. Course structure. The course structure consists of 15 weeks and is composed of 40 modules. Now, teaching pedagogy. This course employs a diverse teaching methodologies for an engaging learning experience. First is video lecture, second is interactive sessions, third is case studies, and next is assignments. This method ensures an interactive and practical approach to disaster risk reduction and management. Now, case studies. Case studies offer a key insights into disaster management. The first case study is Kerala flood case studies which occurred in 2018 and caused by the extreme rainfall and which led to over 400 deaths and massive displacements. The rescue efforts involved the Army, Navy and NDRF. The second case study is Chamoli Glacier Burst 2021, which triggered the flash floods and highlighting the needs for climate adaptation and better early warning system. These cases showcase the real-world challenges and response in disaster risk management. Now, learning outcomes. At the end of this course, the learners will develop a risk reduction plans, assess the disaster vulnerability, understand the legal frameworks, implement the mitigation strategy and enhance the community resilience. Course benefits. Learners will gain expertise in disaster risk management, understand the policies, develop the mitigation skills, create the response plan and enhance the career prospects in disaster management and urban planning. Now, conclusion. This Mooc course provides an in-depth understanding of disaster risk reduction and management. Coordinating by me, the course is designed to equip the learners with both academic insights and practical skills necessary for disaster risk management. We wish all learners the best in their journey toward mastering disaster risk reduction and resilience building. Thank you.